Welcome back to a new season of This vs. That, brought to you by our friends at CSR2.
That's right. You may remember them from partnering up with us on Hoonigan vs. the World 2. They even included the Hoonigan in the game.
We've got a bunch of absolutely savage matchups this season. Everything from supercars, Teslas, sleepers. Oh, dude, in our blood.
Our man Ryan brought something out too, and you know he always brings the heat.
Look, this season would not be possible without CSR2. It's the world's most popular mobile drag racing game. So you don't need an airstrip to go racing. You can do it straight from your bed, or your toilet, or your chair, or wherever you feel like drag racing.
That's right. The matchups that you see on This vs. That, you could play on your phone on CSR2.
Over 500 cars, including Nissans, Toyotas, and did I mention the Hoonigan itself?
That's right, baby. You can even get Ferraris. You can get supercars. You can get hypercars. You can restore cars. You can build cars. You can race them. You can challenge your boys. Do all that stuff. And it's in a single game, and it's on your phone.
So on that note, let's check out the matchup.
Up first, we've got something that tickles my heart a little bit. Please introduce yourself to the people and tell us what you have brought.
My name is Mick. I brought Precious Camaro. Her name is Precious. She's about a 3,000 horsepower 2011 Camaro I've owned for a long time. Gone through a lot of different builds, parts to this car. Now she's twin turbo 427.
Well, let's pop the hood. Let's check it out underneath, man. So her name's Precious?
Precious is her
Aww.
name. She's a bitch.
Damn, you got a lot wedged in here. So walk us through what you're running. Let's start with the lower end.
That is a LME built 427 with Windberg crank, BME aluminum rods, diamond pistons, all Jessel valve train, dry sump, so she can handle about 4,000 horsepower.
Wow, okay, real quick, on the dry sump, how many stage?
It's a 3-stage dry sump.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what block are you running this?
That is a LS Next.
All big boy stuff. Let's get into the forced induction here because obviously there are two gigantic turbos hanging off the front of this thing. So what are you running here?
Yeah, Comp Turbo was gracious enough to send me these beautiful 8890 ball bearing turbos. So they do take oil, so it goes in with the dry sump.
I see you got what, 250 mils on there?
60s.
Oh, they're 60.
60 millimeter.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, obviously this is a bad mamma jamma. Let's go over and talk about your wheel, tire, and suspension stuff.
Okay, no problem.
Oh my God. All right, what size tire are we running back here?
These are what you call a small tire, 29 and a half, 1050, 15. These are the Pro Bracket radials. You get a little sticky as you further you go down the track, so they will spin less, hopefully.
Okay. I don't think you're gonna have
any traction?
Yeah, no.
Thank you.
Especially at that kind of power, but that's okay. So, and then obviously you got a beadlock going.
Double beadlock wheels.
Now,
yeah, these are RC comps.
Rear end, I see you got you running a solid axle?
Yes, this has a 4-link solid axle. It's all set up hopefully for no prep, so we can see if we can do anything. As long as there's no bumps, you should be able to hook up and go.
All right, tell me about inside here, because I mean, obviously you got the stock dash in, but there ain't nothing else stock in here.
No, these don't work. But we took the entire ECM out of the car, BCM out of the car. So now we have Holley EFI runs the entire car. So this little dash right here can do everything. All my switches are up here. Even got interior lights that work on the dash.
Hey.
Yeah, we got shifter. We got all the buttons, do all the parachutes and trans brake, line lock.
Nice. And then what's up with this cage? Because this thing looks real sturdy.
Yeah, this is a 25.5 full cage rated for NHRA.
You ever
don't want to use it.
Let's hope not. Lily's
Yes.
not today. What's the fastest you've ever run in this car in a quarter?
Half mile I've done 204.
Okay.
I've been up to 204 and a half mile. I think I was past their mark. So I have a draggy that told me it was 204, and that was very fast.
So you don't do any quarter mile races?
I have done quarter mile. I've been in the 7s with it. So
7s. 7-second Camaro, two big ass turbos, big V8. Let's go check out something. It's kind of opposite end of the spectrum.
yeah.
All right, everybody, this has to be by far the cleanest EG hatch I ever seen, and I know it means business when I see that sheep on the front. This has to be your car, sir. Yeah. What is your name?
My name is Jerry Garcia.
And what did you build here?
This is a 1993 Honda Civic hatchback, all-wheel drive.
by far is probably one of the best put together engine bays I've seen in a Honda in a long time. Do you want to explain exactly what all of this is to the people in the good YouTube land that don't know what this is?
This is actually an Acura engine. It's an LS VTEC. Short block is from LS. The head is for V16. Everything else is aftermarket parts, like the intake is in a Scan 2. Transmission, it's a CRV transmission. That's how I get it to be all-wheel drive.
CRVs, do they come 5-speed or are those rare to find?
No, they come 5-speed. They're not rare, but the only thing from the stock transmission is the outer case. Everything else is aftermarket.
And then for the rear part to get it all-wheel drive, do you use parts from the CRV as well?
No, we use the 1996 Civic wagon rear end.
Oh, shoot, the more you know. How much boost are you making and what's your turbo setup?
It's making around 40 PSI and it's making like around 900 horsepower.
Is it hard to put all that power on the ground or the all-wheel drive and the weight compensates for all that?
It's easier with the all-wheel drive, but you still gotta work it. Like, you still gotta find the sweet spot.
How long have you had this car?
I had it for like 7 years.
Oh, so is this the final stage of it or do you think there's more to go?
Yeah, probably some more power.
How much more power do you need?
Probably 1,400 horsepower.
Well, to make all this power, let's see what kind of wheels and tires you have to put this all on the ground. So, beadlock, front and rear, and then what kind of tires are these?
It's an M&H.
M&H, is there a certain like setup that is standard for an all-wheel drive Civic?
No, actually this is mainly used on the front wheel drive because this car is not all-wheel drive all the time. It's basically like 70% on the front and 30 on the rear.
Do you control that or is it just how you have it set
You
up?
can control it by the viscous coupler, the ones that are in the middle of the drive shaft.
So at like full tilt, is this thing pretty scary to drive?
Yeah.
I can't get over how big, like what kind of brakes do you use to stop this car?
The stock ones.
Just stop, what?
The stock ones.
Stock Civic brakes?
Yeah.
And then the chute, does that help a lot?
Yeah, that's why I use the chute because I only had the front brakes.
And then no rear brakes, no
I got the
trailing
rears,
arms?
but only for staging.
You all blacked out all around and I can't see much in here. So I know if it's clean outside, I know it's clean inside. So I want to see this real badly. For a car that's so fast and makes so much power, I wasn't expecting it to be this simple inside. I was expecting like 1,000 gauges, but you just got one. Tell us what this whole setup is and what exactly is this button for?
It's actually worthless. It doesn't do nothing.
Let me see the back of that. All right, he looked like he telling the truth, y'all. But engine management and what's everything that runs this car?
It's on the Haltech Elite, and it has the dash and everything from Haltech. That's all the setup for the ECU.
Which shifter and handbrake do you have?
The shifter is the K-Tune. Handbrake is I think it's a CNC one.
What would you say the weight of this car is?
With me in it, it's 2250.
And you had this all painted, is this purple or blue?
It's blue.
Now we gotta just check out the back or whatever's left in the back now. Do the dampers work? The dampers work, Diego. A lot of times on EG hatches, these things are no bueno. So I noticed your cage connects to your chute. Is there a certain brand of chute you guys use or is it just pretty much like universal?
It has to be for the weight of the car.
Okay.
It can't be like too big because it's gonna pull your car to the side.
Now, Jerry, I've always seen holes in the back of Civic bumpers, but can you explain why all that is?
Basically, the holes are for all the air that goes under the car doesn't get trapped under the bumper. Because if you don't do these holes, actually the bumper works like a parachute. It's holding you down.
Have you noticed that before you had the holes?
No, because when I installed it, I wasn't that much power that I have right now.
Now I have to ask you the pinnacle question. Do you think you got what it takes to handle with the big dog of the V8s?
We can try.
Well, shoot, let's go find out, y'all.
Just as American as any of you. I got this flag on my chest, okay? But if there's two things I know about Hondas, they're either fast or they're broken. I'm betting on this one being fast today, boys.
I'm an LS guy, and that's 3,000 horsepower. You can't mess with horsepower. The Camaro's gonna win, but Honda's 60 foot for the Honda?
You know I don't like Hondas. This is a real easy one.
Camaro.
Woo, boy, this is a tough one. Everything points to Camaro, but I'm gonna go with the Honda. After seeing that, the Civic.
This is a good tactic right here.
Yeah.
He's
Can I
got
get
bread.
some test hits?
Yeah.
This is my
Let's put down rubber.
all over again.
Yeah.
Yo, did you see that third gear grab and just ignite tire?
I just want to know how we're gonna set a 3,000 horse Camaro out. That's only gonna be the fair race.
Okay, so obviously a little bit of a gap there. So you have 7 cars on this van, and you were basically rolling smoke the whole way.
And then the whole time.
So we got to make this interesting, right? What do you guys think would make for a good race? Because you come out of the hole super hard. This is basically useless out here.
I'll give you a car.
One car. Did you not see the end?
Well, if you figure out how to live, you're gonna.
Okay, well, I didn't.
How about split the difference, 2 and no go? You give him 2, set him out front. We go on the flag.
But
He's
then
gotta
that's
make
not
up
split the difference now.
You asked for 4 in the go. You said 4 in the go.
What happened to the go? You'll catch me right away.
You have to dance like a ballerina.
How about we do this?
3.
Either you want 3?
Let's do 3.
3 in the go. Or not 3 in the go. 3 in the go.
2.5.
All right.
2.5 in the hit.
We'll do it.
2.5 in the hit.
Oh,
No
I heard the hit.
2.5.
That's
2.5.
fine.
That Honda digs so hard and the Camaro is just not getting out.
No, you can't do shit.
Do better. They should just maybe try a roll.
Yeah, we're gonna have to roll a race.
We're thinking we're gonna try a roll race because the Camaro makes a ton of power, but this is a no prep surface, so obviously it's gonna have a hard time getting out.
Yeah.
So what's going on?
That was spun in first, tried first, spun in second. Gets out there, starts putting boost on, starts spinning.
Yeah. The car just makes too much power.
Yeah, it's way too much.
Put it down out here. So we'll try a roll race. We'll see how it goes. It's still gonna lose traction, but we generally want to do 3 races on this show, so we're gonna try to do 3 races.
All
I gotta get him.
Well, let's see if she'll go.
It's badass either way.
Thanks,
dude.
man.
Well, that was probably the worst roll race ever because the Honda was all the way behind and then he started goosing before they got to the line. So whatever, the Honda won already. So
Yeah, well, it looks like the Honda just disrespected that Camaro to
look,
death.
the most important thing is we tried for you guys. We just wanted to make a better race.
Right, Jolly?
Civic took it by 3.
Yeah, we can see that.
And then once you
Oh, shit, I forgot you don't like
I
doing
know,
that.
I'm getting better at this whole high five
You
thing.
You work it out good.
You don't like high fives, right? Comment below if you don't like high fives.
All right, that's the show, everybody. Enjoy yourselves. See us next week.
He's got a wastegate spring just chilling on his dash.
I like that. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. Donut?
I mean,